So you have this new amazing studio here in the heart of Cairo. Why was it important to be in the heart of Cairo?
Well, we needed to be out of the media city where all the studios are located, because it's like a little bit further, and we wanted to have actually a venue where Egyptians will come, going as a going out activity. They go out for movies or for dinner. Like you go to Broadway and you see the David Letterman show. You see Jon Stewart's a little bit further from Broadway. So we wanted people to actually, real people, not paid extras, because in Egypt we do not have real life audience shows. The live audience that we have are actually paid extras. I didn't want that. I didn't want this kind of fake audience. I wanted real people to come here and to enjoy.
This is quite a different studio than you had back when you were doing it.
I had a rat hole rather than a studio. I had a very small bird nest that I had, but it was a good start. And it was even bigger than the one that I had in my house, which is like a small room in my place. So you see, we're expanding. But hopefully we're going to stop at that.
I was going to say, nothing bigger than this? Or
we don't need a stadium. We were very happy with our 200 seats.
Cairo Stadium is not going to be the next show.
Because comedy is a very intimate experience. If you get it too big, it's just like it loses a lot of its charm.
الفنانة أصالة.
The laughter of the audience like pushes you. Sometimes I improvise. But the laughter, the interaction, the clapping, the applause, this is the show. It is a show. I mean, what we have usually in Arab media is more of radio shows having cameras, just been speaking and talking, and just, that's it. But you have an audience. You have real people reacting to what you do. So it's great.
I see over here you have some pictures of you with some celebrities as well.
This is me outside the green room, Jon Stewart, and this is me with the man himself, Jon Stewart. And this is like, this was a program that I was shooting in America called America in Arabic. I was shooting with Arabs and Egyptians living in the States from all different walks of life. And this is from last year's show. This is my small studio back then. This is kind of like commemorates our very, 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 very short history. We wanted people to have some sort of visual entertainment as you go into the theater.
Should we go see where the magic happens?
Yeah, let's go.
So I see we have some graffiti on the walls.
Well, my team is actually doing their own little graffiti. It's kind of like everybody's having his own piece of wall to draw what they want. So this still has to be colored, and there's still stuff outside. And here is like our temporary lounge to rest. Hopefully we're gonna have a much bigger lounge upstairs when you have more money.
You have to watch a lot of TV because you have clips from everything, people researching it.
I watch a lot of TV, they watch a lot of TV. We basically watch a lot of TV. So here's like my research team. This is like a group of incredibly passionate young people who follow the news, follow programs. We don't have the technology to do this electronically, so we have to do it manually. So they do reports, they watch programs, and they write reports on it, you know. And this is where we get our material.
We'll have to blur out part of this sign, but sarcasm.
Because beating the ... out of people is illegal. It's good because sometimes you're too emotional to do things that might be illegal, so you just revert to sarcasm and comedy. This is actually it's a huge weapon. It's a very important weapon.
Yusuf's sarcasm has attracted trouble. Egypt's public prosecutor charged him with defaming President Mohamed Morsi, insulting Islam, and spreading false news. And Islamist lawyers have filed a number of legal complaints on political or religious grounds. Activists say it's part of a campaign to silence the star.
Your humor has rubbed some people the wrong way, and especially in a region where pride is so important. Some people feel that you're tarnishing the image of Egypt. How do you respond to that?
us tarnishing the image of Egypt? Oh, that's funny. I mean, that's a good joke. I mean, that's good. That's a very. I should actually write this down. But well,
have that one for
yeah,
free.
but basically, the Arab society is more of a patriotic society. Is that the right word? Patriotic. Patriotic.
Patriarchal.
English as a second language, sorry. Society, so we have this kind of, oh, you can't cross this line, you can't speak to your elders like this. But we have a problem, this turns into not being able to speak in a rude way, which is really good. I mean, you need to behave, and it turns slowly to, you can't even criticize whoever is older or on a higher position or on an authority. And this is what actually have put us down as a community, as a population for so long, that we can't really talk back. And it's fine when it's with your parents, but it's not fine when it's from people in authority, because you really need to talk back. So we do that, and we do it with humor, we do it with sarcasm, and people equates being laughed at as being ridiculed. It's like, I can be ridiculed by this little ... brat, whatever. You can put whatever you want about me. The problem is, we are presenting a political satire show, something that should be funny, in a country that is passing through a lot of turmoil. I mean, we have violence in the street, and we have a lot of religious tensions, and these are never funny. And sometimes you can't really be funny about it.
You are definitely pushing the boundaries in a time where no one really knows where the boundaries are, and you have lawsuits after lawsuit filed against you. You have one coming up. Does this concern you at all, or do you feel...
I'm going to have a holiday if they stop it. I need the holiday.
How important is freedom of speech for you?
This is by far the most important issue that everybody should fight for, because, there's a lot of bad speech out there. But they say the solution for bad speech is not less speech, it is more speech. And if you start to suppress people's freedom of speech under whatever excuse you want, it's like, it's not good for the country, it's not good for the building of the country. So every time they say this, we raise the ceiling, we raise the roof, we actually push it further. And we're not going to do this until the ceiling is broken or we're shut down.
Shutting down is a real possibility. Yusuf, though, has a plan for if that day ever comes. We'll also learn what it's like working for Egypt's funny man.